The management concurred with observation on the last submission of the financial statement for the year ended 2021-22. However, the extra financial statement 2022-23 was not provided, but I think currently now it's provided. When we are doing the verification, it has not been provided. But we can see now the document has already been provided to us.
Senator Nyonka.
The OAG, I go back to the same question I asked you earlier. And Chair, I'm really struggling with the recommendation or with the observations that OAG makes. Why don't you want to pronounce yourself how you cure this problem? Because it's not only appearing in PC, it's the whole Republic, isn't it? And then on top of that, I don't know that you observed that this was the period of transition. I don't know, Chair, you see my point.
Yes.
What can we do to make sure that the process continues even when the politics is going on and transition is taking place? I've seen that in so many other counties. What would you want us to do? Because our job is to legislate and oversight.
Chair.
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 Yes. Chair, you know, I think the legal counsel needs to read for us the relevant section when you do late submissions. Secondly, Chair, Governor, I think your accountants are very lazy. If you check the responses, they are standard. It starts with I concur. And they don't give further reason. There is no flesh in those statements. So, I mean, this is being lazy. I mean, you're a serious governor and deputy party leader. I mean,
Chair, just before the legal goes, you know, Governor, we had the auditor here. And we had 3 hours with the Auditor General. Because we are having a lot of documents to look at and a lot of county entities to audit, to the extent that we really actually want to catch up with time and be able to do as many as possible so that we can be able to get to the current books of the current governors. Now, the problem we are having is this issue of late submission. You know, when Senator Kisang says your officers have said I concur, it's basically going to the law, to the court and saying I am guilty. And Governor, I think that probably you're going to be the first county that is going to be punished with this, your officers. Because this idea that what the law calls accounting officers constantly putting their governors in a very bad light of not doing their work must stop in counties. It must. And I think that the accounting officer, before we read the punishment, I want you to read for us PFM section 149. What is the title of that section of the law? Can you give the officer? First of all, read the title, because I'm getting irritated and tired of officers who don't do their work, and then because governors cannot run the entire county, you have got what the PFM Act clearly calls accounting officers, and they must do their job. What does that title say?
Through your chair, the title of the heading of section 149 of the PFM is responsibilities of accounting officers designated for county government entities.
Responsibilities. If an accounting officer does not know their responsibility under that PFM Act, they're going to be liable in this committee. What does that section K say?
Under that subsection 2, paragraph K, it reads that not later than 3 months after the end of each financial year, the relevant accounting officer is supposed to prepare annual financial statements for that financial year and submit them to the Auditor General for audit with a copy to the county treasury.
What that says is that you do not need to wait for the auditor. Even before violating section 47(1) of the Public Audits Act, you already violated that PFM. Because the month that is required by the section 47(1) of the Public Audits Act is actually pulled from that particular section of your responsibility. Now, listen to what you're putting the governor on, which I think that the governor, after this, you're going to give you a charge, and then it is the responsibility of the officer to go and deal with it. Read for me Section 62 of the Public Audit Act.
Through you, Chair, Section